2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And that one is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George. And the jumper off target to finish the break. And here are the Mavericks now. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Hardaway against George. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
The pass to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. Clock at 6. Here's Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. George from deep three-point land. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Fast break, Dallas. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Here's George. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Now the dish to Ibaka. Shoots over Marjanovic. Porzingis with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
That puts them in the lead.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Pass to Cousins. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. From the line. Ball stolen. Here's Finney Smith. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Shoots over Cousins. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And the second chance effort by Jackson.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fires from 18. Hardaway, no good.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Second shot opportunity. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Leonard on the wing. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now Jackson. George looking over the floor. A three-pointer, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Redick. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. Redick with the rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Kennard. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Brunson scanning the floor. Back to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard for 3. Morris lays it up and banks it in.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, Redick. Back to Brunson. Feeds it to Powell. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Out to Morris. Shoots over Powell. They get a hand on it. Zubac the pass to Morris. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. It's Redick on the wing. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kennard with the ball. Off target with his 3.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Crafty move. And the layup by Powell. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
There's the pass to Zubac. To the middle. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Mavericks trail by 5. 41 seconds left to play here in the half. Redick passes to Richardson. Second chance shot. Powell kicks to Richardson. Oh, good with the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Down low. Back to Kennard. Pass to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top, up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% period. That's bad.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Mavericks trail by 5. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. A 3 from Leonard. Kept alive. Here's Ibaka. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Here's Ibaka. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 5. The 3 from George. And Ibaka kicks to George. No good on the triple.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Finney-Smith. The 3 from Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Jackson passes to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. Pushing it up. Throws it up high. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Boy, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Goes back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George. The Mavericks also with a sub. Ellie's checked in for Porzingis. Melli passes to Porzingis. And Leonard has it in the corner. A three ball. Doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Left side, Porzingis. Kicks to Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Porzingis against Rondo. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Porzingis. LA has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Leonard with no one around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Outside Rondo. Oh, Leonard in position. Porzingis with the block. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Out to Doncic. But they'll get another chance. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 7. Man passes to Leonard. The Clippers rebound. Here's Ibaka. No good there.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We'll take it. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Batum in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Zubac finds Batum. Shot clock at 5. Kennard for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Marjanovic down low. Working on Zubac. Marjanovic, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
The shot's good from Kennard. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Here's Doncic. And the shot goes in.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic, his court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. The pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from Morris. The Mavericks pull it in. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Now Beverly. Inside. Here's Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 7.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Doncic passes to Brunson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Shoots from the baseline. A second chance effort. Marjanovic. And yes, it's good. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play. And you know my motto, persistence pays dividends. How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. On the wing to 2. Pass to Beverly. Over Brunson. And a great move from Beverly as he gets it to go.
And despite being a little guy, Beverly knows how to step up big. Terrific at delivering when his team needs an important basket.
Brunson against Kennard. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Offline with his 3.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Fades. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Kennard's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. And the call, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them to play smart, but not to be cautious. He said, look, we got this lead by playing our way, and we'll keep it by doing the same. Guys, we'll see what happens.
A wide open look here for Ibaka. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Jackson passes to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Los Angeles calls timeout. The score is tied at 35. 5 seconds left to play here in the 4th. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Got it!
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap up. Up next, the Clip. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Porter. Jokic is out there at Bowl. Then there's Gordon, and it's Murray in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, they've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Bowl. Outside for Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Over Ibaka, and it's Jokic missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's George, and the layup is good. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Now, here's George. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Cousins dishes to George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 6.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Bowl, that's good.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bowl. That time, contact on the shot had no effect. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Ibaka outside. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Cousins tries again with 1 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's George following the basket by Jokic. Shoots the three. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray kicks to Morris. From outside, off the mark.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now, here is Morris. McGee in the corner. Pass to Gordon. And the shot goes in.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Outside, George. 1:07 left to play here in the first. No good on the three. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Here's McGee. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's the lob to Jackson. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And Denver has possession. The Nuggets trail by 4. Leonard with the steal. Outside for Jackson. Here's Mann, defended by Gordon. Ibaka, no luck. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Gordon, the pass to Morris. Back to Gordon. Passes it to Murray. A 3-ball. And again, Denver, no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. We reach
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Batum attacking. That one's not going to go. Great tee that time from Green. Millsap finds Morris. Now here is McGee, covered by Morris. Millsap passes to McGee. Misses from short range.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets trail by 5. It's Barton on the wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Outside Millsap. Back to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Zubac, up and in on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Barton. He dishes it to McGee. Barton against Kennard. And the slam dunk by McGee.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beverly the pass to Morris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Mand's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. To the paint. It's blocked. Right side, Porter. And Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
George dishes to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Over Porter. Here's Cousins. No good on the shot. And the Nuggets going the other way. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
The shot by George, no good. And here's Denver. They're on a 12-4 run. Porter finds Jokic. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. It doesn't go for him.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Followed.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. To the inside. And it's blocked. And Cousins kicks to Jackson. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Bol.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside, helps him draw fouls.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
George against Porter. 6 to shoot. Wide open look here for Murray. Denver gets it back. Here's Bol. Outside Gordon. And the pass to Murray. Ibaka against Jokic. And another shot. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And it's Murray penetrating.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Lob pass to George. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Again, the miss by Murray.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup? Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Murray, the pass to Bol. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mand's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Right side, Rondo. Top of the key, Ibaka. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail. Down low, Bol. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bol's got 8.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Here's Cousins. Here's Ibaka. Up again. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Martin surveying the floor. And good that time.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace has picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
It's stolen by Morris. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Morris. Millsap's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver. Beverly against Morris. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Out to Morris. Pass to Green. 46 seconds left in the third.
That's a great use of the pump fake. Millsap very crafty.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Both free throws good for Millsap. Beverly with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one drops for him.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Morris passes to McGee. One-on-one fast break. Batum, good. Batum's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
Beverly for three, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Nuggets on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got JaMychal Green, Murray out there with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Porter at the 3 slot. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Kennard. Batum finds Kennard. To the middle. Passes to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard against Green. And that one is good from Zubac.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
You know what? That was perfect timing on that possession. Huge play in the game. They needed those points right now.
Barton passes to Millsap. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line in this half.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Cousins. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And a deep 3 from George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant, and really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Murray surveying the D. 5 to shoot. Back to Gordon. And another miss by Denver. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Porter finds Murray. Denver passing it around. Here's Gordon. Pass to Bull. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Murray against Jackson. And there's the pass to Leonard. Here's Cousins. Inside. Ibaka dishes to Cousins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Pass to Cousins. And stolen by Bull. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Porter's running. Murray the pass to Porter. Jokic on top. Dishes at the Bull. Outside for Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And it's a 3-point Denver lead.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. 107 left in the fourth quarter. To Ibaka to end the drought. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Money!
If you're his teammate, get Cousins the ball. He delivers.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Porter. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yes!
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Porter. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Gordon. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. The deep 3 from George. Knocks down the trifecta.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Bull.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy hit.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Coming up next from downtown Los Angeles. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Day.
Kevin, thanks. Star players move around.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at small forward. Lillard from outside. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Down low, here's Cousins. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard misses. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Beverley. Outside, George. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Buries the 20-footer.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Now, here's Cousins. Over Collins. Collins with some nice D.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Powell finds Lillard. From deep three-point range, and it's Lillard again missing.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
Cousins, the pass to Ibaka. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. Shot on the way. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Now, that was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
Beverley against Lillard. Beverley the pass to George. He kicks to Cousins. A three-pointer no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Lillard with no one around. The long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5 now.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Pass to Cousins. Nobody near George. The Clippers rebound. Not going to go that time. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Lillard from deep three-point land. Kicks it out to Collins. This one for 3. Lock at 6. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Lillard again missing. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Stolen by Collins. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. The 3 from George. The Clippers get another chance here. Portland leading. Lillard surveying the D. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To stop the drought, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Simons. Now the feed to Cantor. And the officials call a traveling violation. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And Portland with a change here too. Jones checked in for Powell. Clippers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. I got him. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for Batum, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
.12 seconds left in the first. The 3 from Anthony. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Kennard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive as they come. Here's what he had to say.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys? And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Knocked away. Anthony nowhere around. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Portland moving the ball around. The shot from the low post is good. McCollum's got 5 now. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Simons surveying the D. Lobs it up for Anthony. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. The shot will not fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Out to Anthony. Shoots it. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Kennard for 3. Here's Zubac, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
McCollum outside. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Leonard against Lillard. Here's Powell. Back to Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka is checked in. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Beverly dishes to George. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Clippers now. Outside Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, over time, Cousins has worked on developing a sneaky little pump fake. I love how he makes the D fall for it.
That one drops. He ties it up. And here are the Trailblazers now. Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. There's the 3. Jones the pass to Lillard. Jones kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 11 points.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Portland out in front. They're up by 3. And a Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lillard misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Trailblazers shooting 43% for the game.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And George kicks to Ibaka. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. McCollum outside. Launches a 3. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. He's got 14. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And Cousins gets it to go.
There's no question how valuable Boogie is in the painted area now. It makes it a lot easier on the perimeter guys when you got someone like him inside.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by George. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Now McCollum, he's got 10 for the 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Beverley. Outside for George. Back to Ibaka. Over to the left wing. Beverley for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Beverley finds Ibaka. Back to Beverley. Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard the pass to Cousins. The deep 3 from George. They grab their own miss. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 8 points.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Leonard kicks to Beverly. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Portland trailing here. Back to Lillard from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 20 points.
Well, there's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Outside, George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, and the Trailblazers another three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. George looking around. Out to Ibaka. Lets the three fly. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard way outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Open. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Simons. Now the pass to Cantor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cantor's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. It's tipped. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Simons. To the inside. Cantor. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and really, when Morris gets ahead of steam behind him, look out. Just a remarkable finish.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Cantor throws it down.
And look at Cantor rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Three-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's foul number 2 for him. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Hollis Jefferson.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
And the Clippers call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 7. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the shot is long. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside, George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here is Lillard. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 15 points here in the second half. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Powell dishes to Lillard. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Shot clock at 6, and the shot is good. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
George against McCollum. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard finds Kanter. Powell in the high post. Leonard's there. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Kennard. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic is checked in. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. That one, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The Blazers on offense. It's a 5-point game. Lillard with it. It's McCollum on the wing. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. So the Trailblazers win it. And David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Chris.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally...
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Leonard. 14 feet away. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Off target from outside. And Zoe Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the free ball.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It's Hardaway with the drive.
You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson against Doncic. Pulls it up. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Pass to Ibaka. The shake. And the layup is good.
Well, you like to see Serge Ibaka be assertive on the offensive end, particularly on the interior.
Jackson against Doncic. Inside, 6 to shoot. Hardaway with a wide open look. No good from outside. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Leonard the bounce pass. Shots good by Ibaka. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And that one, good. Leonard's got his second basket.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Doncic looking it over. Hardaway against George. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nelly is checked in for Porzingis. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Kennard. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Brunson. Paulie Stein up top. Back to Brunson. Kennard against Richardson. Doncic left side. The Clippers in the lead. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's Redick. At the end of one, a closer contested game so far. Clippers ahead, up 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Rajon Rondo. Pocket is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 side.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Kennard against Brunson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. Back to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. It's stolen. To the middle. Here's Mann. Banked in off the glass.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Brunson scanning the floor. Powell in the high post. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. Mann gets the bucket.
Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
Here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Hardaway. The pass to Kleba. Over Morris. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Brunson against Beverley. Here's Kleba, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Here's Kleba. A 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Morris. Count that one.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Here's Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got his first points in this one.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Now Beverley. In the corner, it's Morris. Zubac finds Beverley. In the corner, it's Morris. Over Kleba. Offensive rebound. Zubac the pass to Morris. Good on the 3-point shot. Morris has got 5.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Richardson. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Brunson against Beverley. Brunson kicks to Kleba. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Down low.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
Kennard for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Marcus Morris.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. A putback. It's good on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Doncic against Jackson. There's the dish to Leonard. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Makes it off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Melly is checked in for Dallas. George passes to Cousins. Leonard with no one around. And the 3 off target.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Tipped away. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Leonard. Can't hit from the elbow. Clippers leading by 5. And George kicks to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
George against Doncic. Kicks it out to Leonard. That shot missing. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Porzingis. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. 1:46 left in the third. Lays it up off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
On the wing, Hardaway. Out to Doncic. They could use a bucket. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, the quick trigger of Luka Doncic makes him especially dangerous in catch and shoot. Good luck, defender.
Leonard on the wing. Outside for Rondo. Doncic against Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Count that one. Ibaka's got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Good. Nice job down low. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
George looking over the floor. Takes a three. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Finney-Smith kicks to Cauley-Stein. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's stolen by Ibaka. Goes up. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, making an impact with his defense has been a trademark of Serge's game. Nice job by the big man.
The three for Doncic. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big...
In the gym trying to work on my free throw.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Clippers leading by 7. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Kennard for 3. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Johnson with it. Tries it from the top of the key. Another shot. Pass to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. They get it back. Tries yet again. Marjanovic, no good. The Clippers shooting well. 50% from the floor. Kennard for 3. Powell pulls it in.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Kennard, the pass to Beverley. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Mavericks trailed by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
LA has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Redick passes to Powell. Buries it down low.
Now, Powell, a terrific option in the pick and roll, knows to slash and finish.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Beverley dishes to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. 3 on the clock. For 3. Great D that time from Redick.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Zubac, the pass to man. To the paint. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Redick with the 3. But they recover it. The shot missing. Clippers leading by 7. Oh, Morris in position. No good on that one.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And here are the Clippers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now, here's Kennard. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Zubac, and the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Marjanovic. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. Off target from the baseline. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. And here's Kennard. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Powell, that's good.
And you see how easily Powell navigates and moves. When his mindset is to attack, he can become a different player.
1:12 left in the 4th quarter. One-on-one here. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Richardson.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Kennard. He lobs it up. Dives for it. The Clippers again turning it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Doncic outside. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Finney-Smith. Offensive rebound. Here's Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Cousins. Leonard kicks to George. He's off on that one. So the Clippers with the win. A truly gutsy performance. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon. And DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And the Clippers starting five. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. And for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Murray in at the 1. Now here's Murray. Here's Bull. Passes to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. The feed to Bull. Shoots over Zubac. Bull, that's good.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free. Boy, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, he certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Here is Porter. Paul George making his last shot. For 3, Murray. Jokic. The rebound by Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Off the left rim and out. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
The three from George. It's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way. It's stolen by Ibaka. George against Porter. George passes to Ibaka. And that one, good.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Murray surveying the D. Porter in the corner. Murray kicks to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's George at the elbow. It's Ibaka. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Poked loose. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Millsap passes to Rivers. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard. That shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here comes the break. All going up court. Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Jackson against Morris. And the dunk by Jackson.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now, here is Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fires for three. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Morris inside, guarded by Jackson. Millsap, solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
That shot off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead, up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Monte Morris, Paul Millsap out there with Jermichael Green, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. Morris against Beverly, out to the right wing. Cousins inside. Lays it up off the glass.
Cousins plays inside with an attitude that says, you want to stop me? Give me your best shot.
Morris passes to Green. Out to Morris. The pass to McGee. Clock at 4. A pointer. Barton. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And Morris throws it down.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Morris passes to Barton. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. It's Millsap with the drive. Here's Morris. Misses off the right iron.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Pass to Kennard. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Here's Kennard. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Zubats. That one good for 2. Zubats has got his first bucket in this one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Beverly against Morris. Morris looking over the floor. Tipped away. To the inside. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Boy, for Cousins, that's really a simple, strong throwdown. Part of his normal operation.
Morris outside. Pass to Millsap. The dish to McGee. And the rejection by Cousins. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And it's George missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now, here's Jokic.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Murray against Zubats. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Murray.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Now here's Jackson. And George, here we go. And it's denied.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Murray against Jackson. Murray kicks to Porter. To the middle. Bull the pass to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Leonard gets it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Murray outside. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Off target with the open look. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And they double up Jackson. 4 on the clock, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Bull.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here's Jokic. He's got 6. Feeds it to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Green's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Denver.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And that one's good. Cousins.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Murray outside. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Now, here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Cousins inside. He's covered by Murray. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nuggets trail by 11. Pulls up on the elbow. Batum grabs the miss. And they go to the intentional foul. So both teams making some changes here. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Rondo has exquisite handles now. He's got every dribble move in the book and even then some. So you can't blink or go to sleep when you're trying to defend him.
And the wide open shot from Green. The Nuggets with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Passes it to Kennard. From downtown. No good on that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Left side, Ibaka. And the pass to Kennard. And the layup falls. Kennard's got 5 points so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Now, here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Here's Morris. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position is pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Bounce pass from Beverly. High post Cousins. McGee's there. Kennard with the ball. The three. Misses there. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. And it's Porter in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Good on the triple.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Jokic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Bull. Green, he's checked in for Porter. And Barton subbed in for Morris. Now here's Beverly. Morris kicks to Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 16. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Morris outside. Down low. Cousins, the pass to Beverly. Beyond the arc. Floats it up for Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Now Rivers. Dishes it to Millsap. It's stolen by Morris. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's Kennard. Back to Beverly. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here we go, one-on-one. He lobs it up and finished off by Porter.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Beverly. At the elbow, it's Cousins. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Back to the basket, facing up. Cousins can still score with the best of the bigs in the league.
Stolen by Beverly. Morris with the ball. Now Bull defending. Out to Morris. Over Bull. And Bull pulls it down.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And stolen by Murray. Here's Bull. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Clippers leading by 16. The deep three from George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets are gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Now here's Jackson. He kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Porter with the steal. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Gordon's so crafty and full of tricks that he keeps the defense guessing.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
George, no good.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Serge Ibaka.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on a comeback.
Now here's Murray. Here's Jokic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Tries again. And the lead is down inside single digits.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt his shot than that one.
The three from George. Buries the long-range jumper.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel.
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum has talked about the bond between the city of Portland and the Blazers team.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Lillard. 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic finds Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got the first basket of the game for the Trailblazers.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Pass to Jackson. That's tipped. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
So it's Portland now. Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Shoots over Covington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I know they don't really want him to walk in there, but there's got to be some resistance on Cousins when he gets positioned that deep.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. From deep. Lillard again missing. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Powell pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard misses.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. Well, he's a score-first kind of guy, Lillard. You want to construct your defense to try and swarm him to contain him when he has the ball.
Out to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Portland's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. From deep three-point range. Nurkic against Jackson. Clock at 6. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The Clippers trail, and they're moving it up. Here's Leonard. George trying to break free, and it's Leonard missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Unloads from 9. A rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Cullen passes to Simons. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 3. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. Simons, the pass to McCollum, and he makes that one.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside Leonard. Rondo against McCollum. And Rondo with the basket on the assist from Leonard.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
And here's McCollum for 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Rondo with the ball. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. George. And he can't bank that one in. Portland leading by 4. McCollum kicks to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Free throw line jump shot. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. A different look for the Clippers. .12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Portland again missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, up 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got Collins, also Anthony out there. Damian Lillard out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. Here's Zubac. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Here's Lillard. The pass to Cannon. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Jones checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Lillard. Here's Kennard. Jackson up top, kicks it to Cousins. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. Throws it up high. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Passes it to Mann. Cousins with it. Outside Jackson. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by McCollum for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And it's Anthony top of the key. One-on-one fast break. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Beverly kicks to Morris. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Powell finds McCollum. 1:03 left in the second quarter. Here's Nurkic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Clippers trail by 3. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
McCollum outside. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris against Covington. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Anthony no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Now Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Puts it up. Here's Kennard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that? Yeah. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. The second. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Clippers trail.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. He kicks it to Leonard. Pass to Cousins. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
No good from Cousins.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up at a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Leonard inside. Hollis Jefferson's there. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kawhi Leonard. Now, here's Lillard. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. He dishes it to Cantor. 6 to shoot. Over Ibaka. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Offensive rebound. Cousins. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's George. Outside for Jackson. Back to Ibaka. Shoots over Cantor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Extremely well put together in terms of body coordination. Ibaka pump fakes under control, then draws the foul.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Clippers also changing it up. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. Pass to Nurkic. And contact on the and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Clippers trail by 3. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kennard for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Nurkic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hollis Jefferson. Floats it up there for Nurkic. It's stolen by Morris. Outside, Batum. Takes it from 10. Here's Zubac. Count it. Good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass. You make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Trailblazers. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Portland leading. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Collins. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. To the inside. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, how about Cousins out in transition? The big guy running the lane and showing the little guys how it can be done.
Collins with it. Leonard's there. Poked away. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Back to Rondo. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell for 3. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Now that's confidence right there. Passing up an easy 2 on the break and letting it fly from 3-point range.
Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it to face. Great chance. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, sometimes Rondo's a step ahead of everybody, even the coaching staff, especially on defense when he swipes the ball away like that.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Jackson against Lillard. From deep 3-point range. He can't hit that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Lillard against Jackson. From deep. And it's Lillard missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Now the pass to Canner. Nobody near Lillard. That three off the mark.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Stolen by Collins. Basket counts.
And he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Right side Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Fires from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lillard from outside. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Paul George stepping up big time.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard outside. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Lillard looking around. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in. George against McCollum. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Pass to Pop. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
But just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. There's the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
And he commits the intentional foul. He sinks the clutch free throw.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you've maybe won in a player.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Bye.